The time at 7:30 from the studios of Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Good morning, Ali Rises. How are you doing this beautiful Monday morning? I hope you had an interesting weekend because I did. Thank you so much for choosing us. This is your morning, your favorite morning show, Rise and Shine, coming to you from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. And of course, we are broadcasting live from the heart of our city, Brookfields, Freetown. Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Not the number one radio station in Ceylon. And of course, we are here every Monday to Friday, 7:30 to 8:45 in the morning, bringing you the perfect start to your day. I am your host and precious to you. My friend can call me Peter Fixer. You, Steph, can join the conversation. You can add your voice. You can join me on the Facebook page, Rise Radio SL 96.3 FM. And of course, you, Steph, can call or text the number 077-963-963. We always want you to stay glued to we. So to bring some interesting conversations where you go learn from and we still can learn from you. Inside Rise and Shine, we got so many things in store for you. We get social media trends, we get newspaper headlines, we get sports headlines, and we get news and youth. So many things to catch up from the weekend, all the latest press release, all day inside the show for you. But before we go right into the show, let's take the Rise News.
Rise Radio 96.3 FM. This na Musa by Sesay with the news. The Inspector General of Salon Police, William Jalloh, say they don't set up one team for investigate, but the Salon members in Motuka, where Guinean authority them seize this Bientem for sake where they suspect say he get cocaine inside him. IGP Jalloh say they role na for find out wetin really happen and whether they responsible for wetin happen, because he say drug offense them, na serious offense them. The police boss say part of the investigation go see Musa focus on the movement of the motorcar for no side be come out and who side be the go.
With respect to the movement of the vehicle, all of that now subject of investigation. We go for ascertain which direction the vehicle will be moved from where it take off from, because at the border we dey log every vehicle where they pass through the border. So we are going to log, we look for that particular information. If you did it, we get to your duty roster. We will know would have been there on duty for that particular time, because we in the Sesay police we get a zero tolerance policy to complicity in drug issues.
The Inspector General for Salon Police, William Jalloh, explained say the police go make sure say any officer who dem find out say get hand pan this, the police go take disciplinary and criminal action against them. The Minister for Employment, Labour and Social Security, Mohammed Rahman Soare, say for pass the Social Protection Bill into law, very important. For sake of the Canada we have poverty and self-food insecurity done in the country as a result of the COVID-19 experience them. Where he be present the bill in Parliament, Soare say the Social Protection Bill necessary for give strength to social protection system them na the country. He explained to the parliamentarian them, but some for the other good thing them who this bill has to get if them pass them to law.
Therefore, the bill, when enacted, will lead to the achievement of stronger state-citizens relationship, enhanced human capital development, effective management of risk and vulnerability, empowerment and livelihood development, sustained social cohesion and nation building, inclusive macroeconomic policies, strengthened coordination, amongst others. It is expected that the government and the people will benefit from the enactment of this bill through its cash transfer programs that tend to have positive spillover effect on local economy and especially in beneficiary communities by stimulating growth of small business.
Minister Soare end up say the bill go also make them get one national social protection agency we go responsible for coordinate and self-promote but how for deliver social protection in the country. You dey listen to Rise News on Rise Radio 96.3 FM. The founder and CEO for Love Science Salon Entrepreneurship Organization, Ernest Joshua Stevens, say government and the society need for to encourage young people them for involve for they make business them. Stevens they encourage people them we get the capacity for help other people them for do so, especially young people them we get innovative idea them. He call on young entrepreneur them for get patience and self for continue with them vision and idea them. We say carry on say then same also they guide young people them, but how them forget access to money for run them business them.
Waiting at the channels them for able to access finance. When you want to go into business, a lot of them financial institutions there, you know, could just go to my place, I want loan and loan me. In fact, the guy with them will watch, you know, glad for yourself. So we they make sure so we provide the platform, and not just the platform, we guide them through the process. Because a lot of people, when they go into business, not even for know the sources of funding we are available. And if you don't know what is available to you, you can take and settle for anything less. So now that's not the platform we will provide. So even in that meeting, my key motive was, when I don't get this platform, I will make sure say I build on them for empower other people.
The founder and CEO for Love Science Jalloh Entrepreneurship Organization, Ernest Joshua Stevens, carry on say the country still gets long way for go if you want for change the kind of way entrepreneurship they happen. For use but other country them, according to BBC, authority them say one tanker don explode in Nigeria, USA in kill 77 people them, we been rushing at the tanker for go take fuel. Official then say the tanker been turn about na the Soldier area na north central Niger states, we make the fuel be the common, and it explode after we people them begin go there for go take fuel, USA plenty people die and 25 other one them wound, including rescue them. The ceasefire na Gaza don't begin after some delay them, way happen but 3 hours, USA plenty Gaza people them don't begin return at their home. The ceasefire, we been for start early Sunday morning, been get some delay as Hamas failed for getting Israeli names them of the 3 hostage them in time. We Hamas say this na for sake of some technical field reason them. According to the Hamas-run Civil Defense Agency, until the time when the ceasefire begin, Israel still will continue for carry out then strike them on Gaza, which they end up kill 19 people them Sunday. That's now you come to you from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. My name na Musa by Sesay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sesay. So that's not news until we happen in Sesay alone and other country them. Welcome back, Famble. Members here to listen to Rise and Shine on Rise Radio 96.3 FM with the country every Monday to Friday, 7:30 to 8:45 in the morning. And of course, I'm joined by the studio by my co-host. Good morning.
Good morning.
How was your weekend?
Splendid.
Really?
Yeah, we're back here.
Okay. So we quote for today says, action without vision is only passing time. With vision without action is merely daydreaming. But vision with action can change the world. And this quote's now Nelson Mandela bring into way. So like every other day, we bring some interesting conversation. And today is another day. But today on unique a bit, Bash. You want give me an intro to it? Or you want hint to it small?
No, very, very unique.
So, before we introduce the guest, let me just say something. So in October 2024, Rise Radio sealed a partnership agreement with the Media Mix Express, a company owned and run by a media scholar and an entrepreneur, where we can call Bosti, but today we'll call him Tanu Jalloh. Today, of course, we have him and the senior producer, who we always hear him, Musa by Sesay, to talk about the prospect of Rise Radio. And of course, we can't talk a lot because a lot happened over the weekend, and we are here to discuss it. So, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Precious. Good morning,
It's
Basiro.
a good thing when you bust and they smell to you in the morning.
You are highly protected.
Yes.
Good morning, Precious,
Yeah,
and
good
Basio.
morning.
Good morning, listener. Good morning to you,
Finally, your voice is
and viewer as well. Anyway,
Okay, so still we want to introduce ourselves, especially Bosti.
Of course, my name is Tanu Jalloh. You just don't say that. And I'm a partner na Rise Radio, which I feel see people are really very interested in this morning. And I do wear plenty of the hard same, of course, you know. I the lecturer for the college, but also a serial media entrepreneur. I invest, which I feel see prospect day.
Okay.
So I had today this morning in my capacity as the CEO of Media Mix Express, and but also as a partner, an investor, you know, now Rise Radio.
Okay. Over to you, producer.
yeah, I think I just go by producer, and I think I don't spend a couple of time around Rise Radio, and today I will talk more about Rise Radio for also know better as to what thing Rise Radio is about, more so in this 2025 as we don't do all this time for talk to people them exactly what they do, but it's coming to be more serious now than ever before, which is why we're there this morning with me, Bosti.
So first of all, over to you, Mr. Tanu Jalloh. What do you make you choose Rise Radio as a place for invest? Because there's so many other startup radios and TV stations. Why Rise Radio?
So for so many reasons, but the main one are the fact say in the first place, certain people don't know now that Rise Radio are the part of the people that we conceive like we think about the idea of Rise Radio.
Okay.
And the owner, we are Asma James, now ambassador, deputy to Brussels, meet me in my office. Now I promote multimedia, which I also mean the CEO, and then we talk about program ideas, and then about them 10 then they went on left 98.1, so we want for begin the starting on program. Basically, what you been want for do, want for create a platform where you actually they do videos, yeah. And so I tell them, say, look, mom, you big, far bigger than this, and then we laugh about but I also explain the prospect we did if it choose for own young radio station, and then she said to me, look, bro, I think this is not something I want to take on board. I mean, many months down the line, are able to establish Rise Radio, and then during all of them time and day, like I say, I always don't get interest in Rise Radio because of waiting initially. Them in the establishment for. So we very recently made to get some conversation, and then she was leaving, and I tell them, say, look, I don't know if you don't think about what for do with Rise Radio, but I feel already now, for invest in Rise Radio and actually look after them in the way for them do, but also do a lot more. Because being a person we believe, once I believe in something, I go the extra mile for turn them around, but also for getting the kind of successes where I feel that institution they actually been one for achieving the first place.
Okay.
And then we agreed on something, and then the next moment I meet them as owners, and then we discuss, the details. And so here we are today as a partner, of Rise Radio. But make I add something. Now, me not personally get for believe first in the vision of any entity before I invest in it.
Okay.
Because when me invest, and not just to drop me money, which is actually a bad business idea to just drop you money somewhere and then you leave. You get for believe first in the vision. And in my own case, this is media, this is what I know, this is what I've learned, this is what I've studied, this is what I've done. And so anytime where they go into RAM, I'm very much familiar with the industry, but also familiar with the attitude, of people or players in the industry.
Okay.
So if I make a decision for invest in any media house, I think, I don't think around them, I don't think through them, and now make a decision. So now they will do right.
Here we are, Bash. Here we are.
Yeah. So let's move on to Musa very quick, and how Rise we accept the decision of Tanu Jalloh, and we'll talk about waiting on change, just how they and so on. So over to you, Musa. At this point, Tanu Jalloh can behind the scene and watch, and now a lot of people that know today become more and more official compared to maybe they behind the scene they do in finance or in case study. How Rise as a family, because they meet you, they accept the entire information.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think of any better word for put really with the reception we boss T, and but also you mentioned one important thing that you don't work behind the scenes all of these last 3 months, and in Cameroon really don't can add value to Rise Radio, but to us as individuals, we know the talks that we can talk around, but one person I don't come for believe now say, we spend like 5 minutes with them, if you get the inspiration for learn new thing, for example, inspire you for learn new thing, for push you for be better person. It say, look, this is what you do, so it's fine, it's good, but you can do better. He always almost they put that line, they went over and I get confirmation. So like in Kawana Rise Girl, you don't change a few things, and it's just getting started. I mean, there is lots to come, really, and every single person we may know and believe with around Rise Girl so very much welcome Boston Kaman and Rise Radio, and all appreciating Kaman really. There was this point in that way, I mean, Mrs. James Banford left, and there was this news about someone coming in. There were a lot of fears around, a lot of this and that. But with the presence of Boston, we don't come. I mean, things don't begin change. People will say, I'll be listening to this, I mean, although that not to any guarantee say changes are not going to happen in terms of, for example, people leaving. I mean, let's just make that as well clear. But again, it's not like how people they think, oh, this can come, they can't sack this, they can't do this, they can't make this, change this. He's not that kind of person. He's been around from around November, 3 months ago. He's still around, and all of us that he met, we are still around. And I mean, attitudes are still going on somehow. We still emit, we not still go down well with them, but it's still they see our best. I can try for small way for change them. Because I mean, like, you understand the fact, say, for change somebody, we don't lay some side for some time, you really get to take your time, which is very good for really. I mean, there was a time we get conversation, I tell them that. They say, advice me, I say, one simple advice I will give them for make you patient. And also you don't cancel one change, you want for effect change, which is right. I mean, it's good, but also you get for exercise some amount of patience, which I think you really don't exercise that kind of patience there.
They're afraid of change, and so when there's change and there's rumor that somebody else is coming,
yes,
all they say, oh, changes are going to happen, and it's scary, right?
Yeah.
But Bash will never be afraid.
No, I mean, don't even afraid. For as long as they do what they do,
nobody
should.
Yeah.
So let me begin, Tanu. There are times when you want for investment, that people will say believe. I know you're an investor, you have been in this for a very long time. Some people had media scholar to your name because it don't come overnight. We know other same means you're a lecturer, you're an entrepreneur, and you're an investor. But when you get the news, okay, I can invest. How do it look like for people that you say believe in, when you reach out to, I go invest now, guys, radio. Wouldn't that be the niche?
So I get very few people and normally where I can discuss, me plan business ideas with, because me na person, me na outlier, me na somebody where they take challenge, me na person where they discuss my idea with you, or they try for tell you in a way where you go understand them, saying that the reason this make I want for doing, and most of the time I don't get the right pieces of advice from people who I don't talk to. In fact, even my choice of who for consult, it's so smart that obviously I don't forget the person for give me some pieces of advice will go help me in my investment. But like all other businesses, the industry getting unique characteristics, and I feel for anybody who would invest in any industry, it get for able to understand the industry in the first place. So that are the luck where I get, that I don't do around the industry. So I understand how the industry they operate, and like I say earlier, where I choose for invest. I don't advise myself in the first place before I talk to one or two people and tell them, say, this is not the idea. And, some of them, like always, can express some, some fears. Yeah. And because they know generally see the media and a salon not one way they attract investment. So no more from people we not understand how the industry they work, but also from people and we know to media people and like me kind. And so now that perception is some of we want for change. So we transform from actually being the journalists that we were to actually learning the art of business and running media businesses. And now we actually don't perfect them. So we want for show the other hand and the outside see, because we understand this industry, we are going to invest in it and we're going to make it look very attractive for other people. And if you go to other countries, then you get other people who will invest in the media industry. But most times they can get the right set of people and we get to run the media. And most of them are professionals. Now, in a salon, unfortunately, majority of the one that we actually own media businesses, not to business-minded people.
Okay.
This is not practitioners. Yeah. So because of that, we will can't talk about that in detail where they go. But because of that, you find out, see, not to the, they see, the right kind of investment they happen at the media. You don't understand again because the people we own most of the business houses don't meet a tradition for running, for example, a loan where I feel see now one pan the good thing and we rise to do for try for partner.
Yeah.
And actually, tell people and see we have to move slightly away from the sole proprietorship business model, we actually characterize media management, and media businesses in a salon to actually partnering with the right set of people and actually grow your business like any other business. Invest in it, get returns on investment. It could be in the form of social capital, it could be in the form of political capital, it could be in the form of actually dividend.
Okay.
And so we want to combine all of them one in the. But as it is right now, mostly what people and they get as return on investment for the money that they put into media is actually political capital and social capital. So they actually don't get dividend. We they allow them to reinvest, expand, or even open more similar businesses then, in Salon. So that's what we want to change.
So over the weekend, Rise Radio had the first retreat.
Yes.
So what thing come about that? Because this is the first time we're having a retreat, and then what thing bring you to the point say we need to go away and re-strategize?
So that's a very great question, and I remember we had discussed this with my partners, them actually very familiar with the staff, the culture, the work culture, the attitude to work, and they were a bit skeptical as to whether that they will yield any or it will translate into any value for money. And I tell them, I say, look, we need to invest, and the kind of things and this way we need to try for investing in the first place. And so they approve of them, and then we go. But mind you, and we not just agree on that retreat they saw as a camp. Like how my senior producer, the same I am a colleague also. Around there around for like 3 months, 4 months. I just study people and attitude to work, I just study programming, I just study delivery. And I should say in some bandy, production meetings they hold on get. I don't tell us some of my observations. And for the people they pay attention, they're going to know so this person will come actually know what thing they do. And if you get the chance, it will invest in the right set of people, it will invest in the right programs, and go maximize, for example, value. And so the retreat, now for bring all the staff them back. Because what you don't learn over the years, being a media scholar, this is because of research what I don't do around how, media institutions and they operate, but also how media, people and they conduct themselves. Now, the fact that most times so the established media houses, we know they get people and who they call for can work with we for understand what's in our vision in the first place. So we get some kind one-size-fits-all approach to media management and media investment to the extent that when you bring people who can do journalism with you, all then they think about is going to get report and then coming in to file it and they are gone the next day. So a retreat like that is actually to tell staff, say, no, you know what? No, you are part of the business. The reason why you see other businesses in other sector, they grow now because the moment where anybody they come in, they get a corporate culture, where then they actually imbibe in you. Then they make you understand what's in the business day for example. How they want to make profit. What they want to achieve. Then they show you timelines, targets. You know what I mean? Then they tell you, say, this year, we make this amount of money, and we want to make certain amount of money by next year. Now all of them things they make people actually work and deliver and meet the targets. So when you get that situation there, and you want to transpose that into how the newsroom they operate, you realize so you get journalists them for go beyond just reporting. First, the retreat strive for make them understand, which was why we actually brought in other people. We bring Mara Makaifona, we can talk about leadership in the newsroom and managing, the assets where people get that, because like culture, say people they know the they know the account for the assets then within and newsrooms and stuff like that. So she came and she spoke about that. She inspired, people and for be committed. We also get Dr. Isaac Masakwe, my friend and brother. We we don't do together for long time now, and this, by every standard or by every indication, one point the foremost, media scholars in this country, he also don't so pretend, over the career, but also the growth of plenty journalism in this country, including me seated here. Yeah. So what the income info can do, a CANFO can look at how we can restructure with programs. But also for can tell we for say nothing, we probably not do well. We not get too many programs then. Or the one then where we need to look at A, B, C, D. So what he actually do, not go specifically into dealing with the programs then, because the idea now that he get to come in and look at specific programs them and critique them and tell we how to improve on them. But what he do for we on that day, he give we some indicators them. Yeah, he give we some boxes them for tick for each program. And once we're able to tick them boxes, then we improve on them programs and they gradually. It talk about the philosophy. Again, we've been very important. That you bring journalism, you bring staff them of Rise Radio together, you actually try for know if they know the philosophy of the radio station. It talk about the soul of a radio station. Once the staff them or the reporters them where they know, say the radio station got a soul, then they try to protect that soul there because the soul is bigger than the physical structure itself. He also talk about commitment. So what me can do on that day. So you see, we get somebody for talk about leadership in the newsroom, we get somebody for can talk about programming, and then I come in on that day for can talk about branding.
I don't go for you, we'll bring you back later. At the same time, we'll bring in Musa by Sesay for tell you more on the part of Rise and how they welcome the entire idea. Let's go in for the youth story very quick. The Executive Director for Love, Science, and Entrepreneurship Organization, and as Joshua Stephen, don't say government and society need for encouragement people learn for going to entrepreneurship. It talk more to Rosalind Kamara inside this interview.
Wait till they say very simple. You can see a lot of people, when they get money, now the immediate family no more, not that everybody, but majority of Sierra Leoneans, they just believe say, for help other people learn, they not go get benefit from there, and we can take and say, people ungrateful, they not go acknowledge, or they not go see say yes, waiting and do it make sense. So all of those things, people get fear. So I believe that one key challenge now, because the person need to get the compassion first. For say, no, this person then a place where he need help. And they in the position, are they in the position for help? But am I willing to help? I think that's one big challenge. Like, not that people they not get money in our society. Like just this year last year we give 25 scholarships. But then when we give those scholarships, a lot of people anyway get money pass way. You can get somebody, they get brilliant initiative for start a business. And when you read in concept note, you see it's a brilliant idea. But in challenge most times, when you ask, that money and not get person we believe in that dream day.
The collaboration with other organizations and also governments for help, also people waiting to entrepreneurship. And when you talk, is it only people that want for going to education want the help, or they also help people when not just business they want for getting to?
Yeah, well, we did diversify our activities this year, and we did not collaborate with a lot of individuals where they advocate for young people for startup businesses, but it go beyond just for advocate. Waiting at the channels them for able to access finance. When you want to go into business, a lot of them financial institutions there, could just go to my base, I want loan and loan me. In fact, the guy with them will watch, glad it for yourself. So we make sure we provide the platform, and not just the platform, we guide them through the process. Because a lot of people, when they go into business, not even for know the sources of funding we are available. And if you don't know what is available to you, you can take and settle for anything less. So now that's not the platform we will provide. So even in that meeting, my key motive was, when I don't get this platform, I will make sure say I build on them for empower other people. Because me they into business, now I not going to need person for say, pass you can employ me. If I get job now after my master's degree, we will pay me what I want, or we will help me, because me own aim not to just forget money and bill us and drive 5 motor car, but now for impact other people their lives. I don't see saying a mistake this will be country they make. People in our society, when are big people and they make. Now just for big goals, like big motor car, bluff around, life go beyond that. Life forgets meaning. And the meaning for go beyond just you and your immediate family.
how can we look at innovation?
Yes,
How we select innovation and technology, also the landscape of entrepreneurship.
So me believe say technology gets a great role for play, but in as much as it gets a great role for play, young people themselves really need for no say yes. If you don't make something, if you not sabi, find somebody who sabi for market that product. Most of the businesses where they run in this country, then we call them bootstrapping businesses. Then they bootstrap. You know where the lace you boot from down, it come up. You understand? So pass you get for start, like where they can say you the tete, say you come up. And how many people can get the patient long enough for able for start from down and come up? That is why most businesses they die within the first 5 years. So man don't get that patient day. Because when they see company now they pass, then they drive young man and of the age, they drive big motor car. Ain't one for do the same. So you don't know the kind of potential. We go there in that business we don't start. So the patient not can be most times.
Hannah is Joshua Stevens. It talk tough and one for tell Rosalind Kamara playing thank you for now exclusive interview. The entrepreneurship will be the way forward and we all get a role for play. It's listen to Rise and Shine. They come to you live on our radio on 96.3 FM. Send your message to the number 0779639663. Comment on the Facebook page, Rise Radio SL. We're going for a quick commercial break. We'll come right back. Continue to talk to the guests inside the studio.
Yes, with no Sonko. Now you can easily pay your Guma bill with AfriMoney. AfriMoney and Guma don't make payments very easy for you. Anytime you did, no matter the term, you can easily pay your Guma bill with just one click. Dial *161 *2 *11 *9# and follow the instructions. For more information, call 161. AfriMoney, no Sonko.
Hey Maria, I say you give small Max soft drink back. You know say it gets so sugar, eh?
I know, but he asked for fending where he like. What's in again I go able giam?
You don't try Sierra juice. Now you know mommy they give me picking them. You know get better sugar or you compare them to the other juice. In fact, na natural thing them they use for make them, we flock with thing them when they nourish the body, and that's the help for make picking grow fine.
Talk true. I'm glad for you this so, but now the body no more is good for, or is sweet na mouth?
Me sister, is sweet. Say, make I tell you the best part. Sierra juice they support the local economy, as na Salonia then they get all the thing them when they use for make the juice. It better for we picking them and we country.
Wow, I know we know all this. At the beginning, Max Sierra juice one them. Usai I go able know more about them.
Now for check the research lab, they don't do all their studies for back 'em up. Sierra juice now the smart and healthy choice for we picking them.
For more information, call 077 600 000. Sierra juice, the taste of Salon.
Welcome back and plenty thank you to we partners them. We always going to give you support in terms of sponsorship and all AfriSell and by you have said that go for your AfriMoney and all, and also to Capital Foods earlier on. We get Sierra juice, Sierra water, and I don't get the picking juice now. Before we go in for the youth news and the commercial, we're about for talk to Musa by Sesay on how Rise as a management team be welcome the retreat news. Musa, we talk about the retreat. I know that'll be the very first time for Rise get a retreat. Rise don't get a couple of workshops, them engagement in the past, but retreat is not the very first one. How it look like on we part?
Fantastic. I mean, it's been really great. Yeah, amazing. And also, you mentioned the fact say Rise going to be done to get some couple of workshops them even before we actually begin broadcast and programs them. They were all beneficial to us and staff them and all other people them. But this one was exclusive. In the first place, it not be done in our own environment. We really get a space if we want for do now for don't do but for best reasons known to Bosti, and which is actually good, we go in an exclusive environment, so we go there. In fact, we sleep there, so that people don't get excuses say are late for come and all of that. I can imagine even where we sleep there, it was even challenging, even for start back and then all of that. I was wondering if for us not go meet up in the morning and all of that. So Bosti was very smart for that kind of decision there. I mean, it was a very huge investment on his part, and he also believes he needed for do something like that. Then, like he mentioned, and really, we really appreciate him a lot. There were a lot of things really will be going on that day, we will not ever be know of, we think say going forward and will help we in terms of programming, for instance, studio equipment management, leadership, resolving issues among we. These are all issues we go deal with on that day, and they were key. Where do you want me to talk? Marima Kaifona, for instance, a lot of my colleagues they say, yeah, this I was thinking happen. Example, mention one example about if I'm for use an equipment, let's say computer and also now too. Me first don't come, but then you self can work and all of how for resolve that day. So those were all some very brilliant kind of initiatives or idea them we be going to get and day as to how. And these are things where they happen practically. We just you also make the points that we're not going in an environment like this, for example, we not get chamot at all. So the issue of having mechanisms for resolving issues, then they're also very key. Understanding ourselves, talking to ourselves in a way very respectful, in a way we go understand ourselves. Even if I wrong you or you wrong me, we have for vex, that way we talk to ourselves. That was also other thing we'll talk about. When I think say some of my colleagues them we can easily go offended, we then continue to happen and they say, okay, yes. Now so it's good, it's really good. I was very brilliant. We also they hope now and pray say better still pray and hope say now that all of what we go talk, so if we're able to implement all, but like 80 or 90%, 90 more or 95% of them will be implemented. And we are targeting this year. Only this year now we'll get to do all of that. It was huge, but I mean, it's doable. It's doable. The fact is it's doable. It's challenging, we know, but it's doable. Yeah, so it's amazing. I mean, every single person appreciated it a lot.
So there was a question asked, say, if anybody where they will never get problem with anybody, and I mean, Bash never survive, like, we had issues with nobody.
All right, so I was about raising my hand, but on the second thought, I know my position. I know I've hurt people, even though something no would tell me. So that was why I not raised my hand. But aside from work, really, I don't think, even within work, I don't think it's intentional. I don't try for hurt somebody just because, for example, I'm a producer or are they out of this or me not this or of that. The issue no more I will get with you, reporters can tell now on work, and it has to be on work.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's it.
So over to you, Rusty. So, of course, one important thing that was discussed at that retreat was branding. And there was emphasis laid on branding. And you were so detailed about it. So how best you think, say, this branding we'll discuss go help for refresh and rebuild the Rise brand?
So thank you again. One thing we are not going to discuss now are the strategies and we are sharing
as to
how we get to do this in the next 1 year.
Yes.
But I will talk about, I will talk about the fact. See, we already get a very huge portfolio in terms of branding. I mean, we all know the Rise brand in itself now are very good, creative. So the thought we go into the design of the brand itself, and then the tagline, all of that, not just what me they look for, because what it tell you now that a completely different from what you know about other radio stations before now, and I can say this because I day in now and I don't see a lot of things but also I know the vision of the radio station. So on that day, the one part thing then why we noticed now that people get very, very brilliant brand in a Rise Radio, but they associate with them. And again, I know why, because they may need somebody for telling the value of the brand what they get, so that they go appreciate them. Most times people can get something around them, but when they don't know how valuable it is until someone from outside actually remind them, say, hey, this brand we associate with so, a really very huge brand. Now brand we get prospects, now brand we get for grow. So the more you associate with them, the more you likely help for make it grow. And when we grow together, this is where you get to. Yeah. And possibly get eye for antique. I get eye for beauty for people and we know me. Okay. I get eye for something we attractive. So where I tell you say particular brand, stand out. I really mean them. But what thing we want to do now for strategize. Okay. Around, so which was why I actually proposed like 6 ways and rather where I feel saying the next 1 year we will get everybody in a salon forget to know about the Rise brand. Okay. And I share out now the strategy. We're very simple, doable, realistic, but also we go able for invest in and able for actualize this. One thing where we want for the one then we watch we now and we see what we discuss how we want for grow Rise. now that Rise na a community focused radio station. It na Friton, but it get a community focused ethos.
Okay.
And then the other thing about it, the fact see, then get a niche. They no one for try for go into anything, everything we other radio stations and none they do. I mean, I say this now. Say, if you're not posting way regular with listening or watching, because most times people watch on Facebook radio stations, because all radio stations and now they try for the on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
You will notice say most times the host the guests them will come, now them programs then they get for move from one radio station or TV station to another radio station or TV station, because all the radio station and TV stations then just to go for the same set of people and they. Okay. So what we try for do, we not go na that side already saturated. The same set of people and we people in the look for every morning. We try for do something light. In the sense that even if we want to discuss politics, we get the issues and what we deal with, what they resonate well with people and the ordinary people and what people are interested in. You don't understand? Most of this open attack, and say things same way, go look like for say even
sometimes you even to studio fit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but also even the man where they refer to in your statement and they feel offended because you see certain things about certain people. But again, because this na politics and they talk, you go understand why people do that. But imagine if we actually want to talk politics, we forget about all of them people we get them big names and we go to all of them radio stations. Come with somebody, not a very political party, but we're not youth. Come with somebody when a woman. You don't see that? Yeah. So if you come with a woman, for example, another party day, for can't talk about watching some and then baby people and supposed to come and can't talk about. Watching you go get na innocence. Watching you go get na the fact that the person very genuine. You understand? In the way, because at that stage day of them political life, they want for proof to people and say they're not better politicians. Most times established politicians not care what people and think about that. But the one they wanted to come up, they really care about that. So then they take their time, they're very measured. They know they come and can attack. If you talk to the youth wing of a political party, for example, then they come and begin, they can't sound like somebody we want to be leader tomorrow. So you go get the best out of them. And the people will listen to you when they talk to them. Then the say, then young people, which is what Rise Radio actually did out for project. Yeah, for sure, see, news also, newsmaker, then they, when are the youth. Newsmakers, then they, when are women. Newsmaker, then they, when are girls. Yeah, but also issues, then they, around women. So apart from the fact, say, then a newsmaker, then, now also sources of news. So you can talk to them and get news. Or you can do news around them and their activities. Celebrate them, talk about some of the challenges they in the face, but also talk about where they actually don't do exceptionally well. Now, then kind of journalism they will look like development, will look like somebody we want for get society for understand, say, women, young people, girls, can be a huge source of news. You understanding? The other day when we talk about, mental health. Imagine if you talk about mental health, you actually narrow down to how mental health affects women. Yeah. You're going to get the whole world watching you. And by the way, when I say the whole world, anything way with the broadcast, but the other thing and the way I've been feel say the retreat do for you. And the way I feel say in as part of a branding, we get for make let people them know. Anything we do in a salon like how me today, we're talking a Creole right now, which is understandable. But if we were actually discussing in English, if what we were discussing, not to like the editorial policy now for talking Creole, you go notice it because we talk about something we get local, appeal. It also gets some kind global appeal. So the issues that we deal with locally, we want for me to get global appeal. So one of the things that the branding get for effectively achieve, now for make sure we would look at local issues then. And then we give them some global outlook.
With a lot of Facebook websites and other blogs of
exactly. So somebody within Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, if they watch we will see some of the issues and what they talk about now. would they make sure say it look like for say then also they happen in Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, and the people in the relate. That's how you actually get the globe. Resonate, you understand? Or for actually associate, and identify with some of the issues they want to discuss locally. Branding is expensive, and I tell you that did it.
Yeah.
So we're going to invest, a lot of time, passion, a lot of time, passion, man hour, money for take this brand to Usai we feel say supposed to be. Okay. I didn't tell you something where the brand reach Usai supposed to reach. That's our merchandise.
Everybody will think about the vision of RISE and get that kind of community base with the lens of a human rights lens. We go focus also on picking young people, youth, and all. As a senior producer, I know we don't do over the past 2 years, but moving forward inside this 1 year time frame we'll get, how can we improve more on it?
Yeah, I mean, from the one where we don't always get chance to talk about Rise Radio, we already tell the audience say we are just getting started, and I mean the aim is to do better every other single day. We want to do better, which is why even the retreats also come into play. I mean, had it been that everything was going smoothly, maybe but still we don't think of something else. But then because we want to get better, more so want to relate better to the audience, we want to also make sure we programs are impactful, we want to also make sure, for example, we really envisage a society where young people are well-to-do, women are well catered for, issues of women are well addressed, women getting voice, platforms and for talk about issues where they affect them, issues them where also they don't do, things they don't achieve in, they don't excel. There are areas where we think as Africans and Sierra Leoneans in particular that these are no-go areas for women. Now there are women excelling in those areas. So platforms like Rise Radio can give them kind of women in there the chance for can talk, or we go meet them. In fact, we are the case possible, we even go meet them. Mama, you say they do this thing. Most times it's not a man can do it. But we're happy that you do it. So tell me how you do it. So these are things where Rise Radio get for embark on very seriously going forward. And then the picking them will not go left them, especially the girl picking them. We know a lot of things that already happen with girl picking nowadays. We don't even need for mostly. And of course, most often as well, we make 3 categories of people there. We make them finance alone, for example. And things are better for even Sierra Leone. Yeah. Imagine we get a huge number of people that are young people then. We get a whole lot of women then pass we demand them now salon. So imagine women then okay. Because they issue them, they don't arrest them. Women, they know they complain better. Because complaints and still for day by anyway. But then they know they complain better. Yeah, they know they complain better. Whether it's about their health, it's about their social amenities, their empowerment, education, whatever it is. Then they address all of the issues and then they are okay. To a very large extent as compared to some other countries then we are good as a country. Look at young people then. Huge number of we country in population are young people then. Yeah. If all of the times we address young people then issues then at this country as a government, as a people, as a media entity, then I think if we really don't.
So basically, let's just run through it quick. So basically, let's just run through it quick. So of course, good morning, Ali Risers. Banks say good morning, Rise Radio, SL 96 FM. And Sabiko says, partnership in place. Tanu, Jalloh, where do you see Rise Radio in the next 5 years as a result of this partnership? And how do you plan to measure the success of this collaboration? Take notes, we have more. And it also says, how has the recent staff retreat shaped the strategies discussed under the partnership? It's too early. We'll start seeing that this week. Of course, there's more. What was the most significant takeaway from the retreat that aligns with this collaboration? And also we get Patricia says, this then call them investment in capital and investment in manpower as well. The man of himself na investment. True. Very, very true. And we get an outside camera saying Mr. Jalloh can transform that institution. I trust his abilities. Good morning, Joannis. Joannis is watching. Ibrahim saying, my brother, may God continue to protect you always. Musa says 2025 Rise Radio 96.3 FM is just getting started and better. More prospect. Ibrahim again says, TJ, you create others, follow. I know. IKK, thank you so much, my brother. And we get Bangura say, when a serial investor makes the right investment, this partnership is a serial partnership. Okay. We get Daniel Bangura as well. Say, true understanding shines when someone can back their words with example. Tanu Jalloh is a blend of knowledge and experience. Very true. I wanted to say kudos TJ. Master say well done, Boss Rise Radio 96.3 FM. We keep it light. We are in this together.
Because they say this na total neglect. They say I feel broken when I watch the video. Well, I believe that happen to every sailor. That story they know the trade now. So if you want to forget all the commenters, what they say, and what they think about this particular video, and say, and what they think about this particular video, you can click next social media platforms and follow that story name. Another story we get on social media this morning. We know say few days ago they been on ban TikTok na the United States of America. Well, now Donald Trump will resume and back from the dead because we see a lot of video where people go around of and go bury TikTok. We say one for say congratulations. Well, another story we get on social media this morning. Love is in the air. I mean, we had these people who find love. God of love, locate me. We see a video of Blessing CEO where we know say that we're relationship experts. Instead of locate love, finally, don't locate in your love of your life. I will see a video where they go viral. We'll say it starts with the guy in Musa. Another story where we get to it on social media this morning. As we all know, the gospel singer where they be allegedly say a killing girlfriend, and he don't under police custody presently. Well, now there is another guy we don't kind of the media saying that ain't the real boyfriend of this girl here where this gospel singer be killed. Well, the internet people they don't confuse, people they don't confuse. I mean, who is the real boyfriend of this girl? Who is the real boyfriend? And this new boyfriend we can claim that the real boyfriend. It come with proof. It come with WhatsApp chat. Even the day where the lady lost, it carry the chats. I mean, where they chat. As I say, myself confused and everybody confused on the internet. So if you self confused, you want to confirm, click that and post it and watch out. Well, we know a few days back I bring you a trend outside the fish pie guy say people they use content creators they use say not get anything from them. Well, now we all know say that no smiraj force be they use them force and if don't clear the air, it don't clear in them say use them more. Say always see it shown at the internet again. Say even the hose, the car, the clothes that we buy for every other thing, all it left and guys. Say not take nothing and well, it don't can clear the air. It don't clear the air. Well, down the comment section they say something else. This internet get violence as we all know, but the internet is violence where it gets. This internet gets a lot of violence. Well, yes. So you want to know what's in commenters and think about that video they where the lady do. Click on social media platforms and follow that story there. As you know now, we listen, we don't judge, right? Well, from all of that I get for now this morning on the social media. And me when I come to you, my name is Patricia Kabia.
Thank you very much, Patricia Kabia, with the social media trends. You get anything you want to comment on, Bash?
Just video watch if you go put Donald Trump inauguration for today.
TikTok was banned and then TikTok is back. I don't understand.
That's political gimmick.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like
so
it.
America don't own like 50% now of the app. That'll be the project done there. And they succeed. So now short time with them ban now, a lot of people lost and it come back. So
That's a good thing.
It's back online.
It's back online for the Americans.
Yeah, so America get their own shares now and the Chinese owners sell there. And the Chinese owners sell their America. They're taking inauguration today.
I like it. I like it. I mean,
so politics at the highest level.
One way or the other, they meet in the question word, which is good. Okay.
So we got plenty of messages now for Tanu Jalloh for Respond. And I know you go do the needful.
Of course, it's going to be the needful.
You're not a lecturer, at the same time a scholar.
So I don't begin to feel challenged, which is something I like. I see the first question they asked me about, what's in the prospect what I see for Rise Radio in the next 5 years. Where are we headed?
Yeah.
So make tell people and say, in fact, the person who send that question, they make them, even more better for me in terms of planning. So if you tell somebody about a 5-year plan, you likely for make sense than for just tell her about a 1-year plan.
Yeah.
I already don't talk about my 1-year plan, which is going to be exclusive around for just tell her about a 1-year plan.
Yeah.
I already don't talk about my 1-year plan, which is going to be exclusive around branding but also in between that, we also improve on programs.
Yeah.
In fact, we even don't think about, new programs. We very impactful. Sometimes to do the kinds of programs and they, but also not take the program format where we get for propose eventually. So in the next 5 years, we want for sure, say diversity as something we media people and for bring into part of what they do. We mean say you get for actually try for cater to every voices. Yeah. So as Rise Radio, say we are the voice of many voices. So that in itself might show of how diversity actually can impact on production and then the radio journalism. The other one is social impact. How we want for actually bring in community. We want let people see say actually the community or communities actually involved in the editorial decisions, the editorial consideration of Rise Radio. Again, that will be slightly different from what people only see with other radio stations. And we also look at the possibility of re-strategizing around how would we generate revenue and make the business profitable. And then one part of the thing then where I feel say people and we in this sector don't try to pay attention to. Most of the time, they not get like this book, spreadsheet. We go allow them for track the revenue where they come in and then the expenditure. So one part of the thing then where I also feel say in the next 5 years we could do, and that could be a model actually.
We're going along enough now. Why don't we quickly take a commercial break? It's 8:30, and we will be right back.
As mama, I always want waiting best for me picking them, especially when it comes for waiting them for eat and drink. Now this make I always they choose Sarah juice because they make come from with local foods them and nutritious and it gets less sugar than the other drinks them. Not to me say so.
We last test show say Sierra juice gets 50% less sugar than the other drinks them na the market.
Because we mama they know waiting best for we picking them, now you make we always they choose Sierra juice. Sierra juice and nutritious, a healthy and a sweet. Sierra juice, not the taste of Salone.
Welcome back in the Sierra juice, not the taste of Salone. We're going to go for newspapers as well as the sport headlines, but we'll allow Tanu Jalloh for a wrap up for all the questions that we
Yes,
get.
thank you again. So like I've been saying, in the next 5 years, we'll look at how we actually get for, actualize we vision, which is somewhere around diversity. We also get for look at how we get for improve on social impact portfolio, but also the attempt for propose. I'm coming here at a time we are actually do a study around how we can propose alternative business models to how they run media and a salon. So this can just be some very good opportunity for me for use Rise Radio, and I'm very much certain, say, for by the time we get to the end of that study, which is actually being done separately by Media Mix Express, but I think it's going to translate into how Rise Radio get for operating in the next 5 years. And then the other question, say, how do you plan to measure the successes of this collaboration? So this is it. If you get for measure success, you get for know first who say you did. When I want to thing then where I do. Where I come, I try for know who we did, within available, within the resources we will get, within the capacity we did. I do some audit around, how the books look like. They put now finances, within our expenses, for example, within our overhead costs for the month. And then so they come in and try to streamline all of them one in day and then run them like any proper business. So, and the last question that what's going to be the most significant takeaway from the retreat, I tell people them say on that day, everybody will they agree say, then we need for give more time for understand what's the essence for which Rise Radio was actually created. And on that day, people then own up, they agree say, look, I not don't sit down it and think about the vision. So I feel say after that day, people and they commit themselves to understanding what in the vision of Rise Radio is. So that's a big takeaway for me. The other thing will also succeed for get people and for do where I feel say a big takeaway. That the fact say we all know say branding will go a long way based on the strategy we I share out now. Therefore go a long way for turn around with success and actually make we become visible, but also that visibility there therefore come with resources. The final one are the fact say journalists they now know say then work not only limited to just collecting news and bringing it. They are ambassadors, but they also should be able to think about creative ideas to bring in revenue. And I feel now they're lacking with other radio stations. So we're going to do all of that, and then very soon you'll get people who will come and can see how to run, Rise Radio and try for implement some of the strategies in terms of using reporters as brand ambassadors.
So over to you, Musa, before we take in newspaper headlines as well as the sporting updates. The big take home from the retreat.
Yeah,
for you personally. For you.
Yeah, so the big take home for me personally was the fact that, I mean, I don't know how to put this again, but then it was the fact that we are able to understand better about two key things from none than Dr. Isaac Masakwe, the soul of the radio station, and that's all the philosophy. Those were very key for me. I mean, like, I was paying some extra attention when it comes to the two things and about the station.
I know the right soul for remember what is soul can do for me.
Exactly, soul. In fact, yeah, that was it. Where Dr. Wright, the soul of radio, it's everybody's soul. It's every station forgets a soul. Just like any person gets a soul, the person can die, but the soul can die elsewhere. So that was the idea we preach about having a soul for we own radio station. I mean, Rise Radio is just the structure, but then the soul is way, way bigger than that, and the soul is, which is more powerful. The soul is what people then resonate with. The soul is waiting, really, they tell we waiting Rise Radio, but for people who understand enough, waiting that kind of soul they mean, So like that philosophy and that soul area, then have been a big takeaway on that day. Among many other ones, them way also, I mean, I'm not going to left out branding, the kind way how we all eyes them be open on branding on that day, what it means. More so when it was very clear that it's something that is expensive, and we all know it's expensive.
I know you like the branding example, the boyfriend girlfriend example.
I don't know.
We all dissect the information now better.
Tanu came as a real lecturer. I tell you,
the truth is, we must take out that example. If I explain, like, it's about 3 or more times before you even sink down. Yeah. I mean, they go with the canvas. So, but you say it reach to a point where we all understand that really.
People that don't use that particular thing for evaluate their own relationship. This is the problem. Okay. You cause the problem there.
People are aware.
What? People, not me. People.
Well, also about Keep a Light, it's Rise and Shine live here on Rise Radio. We're sitting at the studio, Tanu, Jalloh, a media scholar and entrepreneur, a senior partner now to Rise Radio, and also Musa by Sesay, a senior producer. I'll take the front page very quick, as well as we spotted up. Come to guest them, also we'll wrap up for today. We'll first speak this morning from the Premier News again at the front page. Foreign custody over killing of journalists. You can see a portrait of the / president and also the police in charge over there in Waterloo. ECOWAS Sierra Leone launch a cyber security incident response team and digital forensic lab. Education Week kicks off in McKinney, focuses on AI and education. Government set sights on finalizing data protection law. You can see a portrait here of the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Honorable Chernobyl. All this and more on the front page of the Premier News. We next speak this month from the Independent Observer. Again at the front page, Mr. President, can we talk? Part 83. We're committed to make justice accessible to all, Attorney General assures. Government set sights on finalizing data protection law. This is all you can find at the front page of the Independent Observer. We next speak this morning from the Global Times, together at the front page, 5-year strategic plan. LCRA embarks on a public consultation. Gofis Hotel land dispute, a twin in the tail. This is all you can find at the front page of the Global Times newspaper. We next speak this morning from the Salon Times, together at the front page, of a brutal murder of sport journalist / Russell called for swift police investigation. Lobada engages chiefdom authorities. TIS embarks on development in Tongo Field. This is all you can find at the front page of the Salon Times. We find a pick this morning from the Indigenous. We get at the front page SRPH tops Ministry of Transport and Aviation Agency's performance score for 2024, and last study they carry on the portrait of the SRPH DJ Yakuba Askai Bio. And he also gets a commercial here from Australian Commercial Bank, and APC is encouraged to invest more in the traditional media from the Secretary General. This is how you will find the front page of the indices. I'll take the Rise Sports headlines very quick. When we come back, we guess them. Also, we're going to wrap up the program for this morning. Sierra Leone National U17 Women Team knock out Central African Republic in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Rangers FC, Usume FC, FC Column all pick up wins in the Leon Premier League match list over the weekend. So the Rise Sport team set to look at Sierra Leone Football Association Ordinary Congress slated for March 1st, what lies ahead. Loa FC abandoned their match against Diamond Stars FC. What went wrong? Rise Sport Deck set to bring the facts. This plus other updates around the Female Premier League, International side of sport, all line up for you at 9. Over to you again, Tanu Jalloh. You get a local team? Because the last impression.
Oh my God. You will ask me this question all the time.
Because it's local content, we're going to promote you on. Precious be the Lions, you work for them, but now you don't go alone. Unannounced, disclosed transfer.
You know, me, if I say something about sport business, my friend, Isaac Masako and Omar Fufana will say, oh, you look like Satan when you talk about sports for the first time.
You don't do sports?
Me not supposed to watch sports, you know, and but interestingly or sadly, I should say, we know somebody we run for my school, we know somebody we play football for my school, and I was a very skillful player. But you know, as I grow into, you know, this businessman, we always think about business, you know, and but I mean, I feel seeing one interesting source of entertainment for many people, and admire people, and we get love. For
I know you go for admire more because any battle with Diamond Stars at the same time Manchester United most times.
So if I forget some local, you know, team what is supportive, it will be Diamond Stars.
Okay.
Because I was born and raised in Kono, and so I am a diamond.
I see.
You're a precious gem.
Yes, I'm a precious gem.
Why did you have to use precious gem?
Because pressure they go out.
Yes, I'm a precious gem.
Yeah, so looking forward, Tanu, you don't come, you don't see everybody, the attitude, you know, you don't even spend 5 minutes to post it, you will tell them how you're in and out. So moving forward, what team all expects of you and how everybody in our lives, as well as you partners them for embrace this opportunity so we can go together.
So, me now posting we they take tough decisions, and but also I want to make and clear now say all of me tough decisions and what they take. I cannot think and through. I go down look at all the possibilities, and so but most times you go for make business sense. Yeah. So yes, I go for propose some ideas them to my partners them, and then we all go for sit down and discuss and look at the possibilities. We get to look at how we want to promote, you know, the vision of the institution. So in the process of doing that, we certainly get to make some adjustments and we get to make some changes, you know, and we just want to let people we get to be affected by some of the changes and they for take them in good faith, but also for CC, if at all safe, they not get opportunity for working on one side of Rise Radio and defending safe on the other side of Rise Radio, then we're able to deliver because they already now get what's in the vision of Rise Radio, but also they know who side are they come out from and what they want to achieve. So I call on all the one thing we are meeting now for giving me the support what they look for, and I want to assure everyone say me a person we the recognize talent, but also the reward talent. I should say when I all now don't in the short time I don't when I see me a person with the reward, you know, talent. And my only friend, my only best friend in any institution where I don't work, now somebody will deliver. Then I'm a friend. So naturally, if you ask, who decide and who I don't work, anybody will know they deliver. It's naturally not my friend, you know, because we don't get something for talk about. And if you continue to stay, will affect the attitude of other people, which is also a common problem in Sierra Leone. They can get one person way attitude that affect other people, they still continue to keep that person.
And you know the work at all.
You know, the work. Yes, it affect the one doing the work. So the one doing the work, they see like for say, oh, why is it that they actually put this person under pressure? the left and the right. So I go for challenge the management. Well, I mean management. I talk about the station manager. I talk about the senior producer, and of course you also don't join the production team at that level. I go for challenge you now. I go for push now beyond the comfort zone same way I did. But I sure say when I go learn in the process, and we all will deliver on this, and then we should on one day and celebrate. And by the way, where we do something, we really very remarkable. Where we make profit, and profit, like I say, can come in different forms.
Yeah.
If we social capital don't improve, for example, if we political capital don't improve, and we able to make money, I can assure you, say we get some time them inside the year, where we actually all come together and celebrate with successes in ways that we will all sit down, agree on, and do. So that's me, and that's how I invest, and that's the businessman, that I am.
Thank you so much, Tanu Jalloh. Over to you, Musa. So the wrap up now. Waiting will be your closing message. And I know we're going to get the events in now. I know we're going to sponsor all the events. We're going to follow the guys events now. We pass on the vision about right.
Exactly. All I need at the table. I mean, it's good you don't touch it because all throughout the discussion, we reach that point. They say yes. Starting this year, we forget to invent them when Arise get to invent them, but in the process also with the sell brand, which is very key. And so that people then will know more about the brand and get themselves associated with the brand and all of that. So yes, we don't come to the end of this discussion. It's been fruitful, and we don't get the retreats. It's been some fresh ideas into the brains and all of that. We also very much hopeful say we can bring in some more strategies, and all of this now will just get this place a better one. I mean, make them better, and also anything like for making daily kind of even go beyond no way. I mean, I will just make them better than it is already. Some people wait until they listen, they feel like they're okay, then they admire, but we are really not. We are not. I mean, we are not. So that's the goal. We are not. And more programs they come in, like Tanu they say, more ideas, more initiatives, more also interaction with the communities, more feedback. I mean, sometimes it's even like Tanu be talk about the decisions about programming, and all of that. And wherefore involve the listener them or the community them. What do they think about this kind of thing, this idea? What do they want for example, from Radiosl? We can take down there and come with them and make them a program. We form them in a way we go make them, but then the idea just so that I mean there was even a time we proposed say we can even take somebody we don't know anything about media at all. We do a whole interview and then we can play and say, now this person can do this interview. So yeah. And through by so doing, a lot of people that even go come eventually become some professional journalists. It happens. So yeah, those are all, things that were available in this 2025.
Well,
it's a lot.
It's not a wrap yet, so because I can't actually leave without highlighting some of these comments. And more. It's just pouring there.
Go ahead.
Yes. We start with Barry. Well done. Mr. Tanu and senior producer. For Mother Asma James, to say boss Tanu Jalloh and team, I bow. Thank you for holding on. The only way to rise with Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Usman says thank you, TJ. John says thank you so much, Bastano Jalloh. David says thank you. And John says well done, producer. Nice one, bruh. Producer, people are excited to hear you talk more. Because you hardly do that.
Man behind the scene.
And you want to say thank you to anybody, Yusef?
Yeah, thank you to everybody. and more thanks to Tanu Jalloh, Asma James, and to two amazing guests we get started with Dr. Masako and Mrs. Maima Kaifana.
All right.
They do justice to the topic. There are times when you get a whole PowerPoint presentation. If you go by it will more bookish. But if you stream and down to their example, and more like Tanu Jalloh and boyfriend girlfriend example, Isaac in Soul.
And philosophy,
Mama and leadership and equipment handling, it speaks volume.
There was one thing you say we think we foresee a more to the employees, which is if you feel like you don't actually resonate with whatever happening again, you can leave. Just leave peacefully. Yes, that's one thing people need to know.
But I know none of them mentioned the restaurant, which was amazing.
Oh, we will get there. If that's free advert, we're not doing that one.
But dinner and breakfast, not to the joke. So as well.
There was no jollof there for you.
Now, ball going to make a lot of sense.
So that's a wrap. Until this episode of Rise and Shine. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. Remember, every day is a new opportunity for you to rise and shine. Stay positive. Have a fantastic week. I know you guys hate Monday, but just, enjoy the Monday. So special thanks to we executive producer Maya Maba, producer Musa by Sesay, John Younger, and in team with the Facebook Live. To continue for Stay Glued to Rise Radio 96.3 FM, we get to Rise Portugal Beach just now at 9 o'clock. And exactly, you learn long bench.
It's the youth forecasting.
Exactly.
The vision. We'll go focus on the vision.
Okay. Let's just continue for Stay Glued to Rise Radio 96.3 FM. We get so many shows packed up for you to keep you entertained and, keeping you light. Because here, we keep it light. Until then, see you tomorrow, same time. Bye-bye.